What's going on, everybody? My name is Miller. Thank you very much for watching. Before we get into it, as always, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. It helps me out a ton. Go follow my social medias. They're going to be linked in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, last but not least, go follow the Diamond in the Rough podcast. We just did all of our division previews. We had a ton of great guests on for that series. We're excited for the season to start, as everybody is. And now, it is time for your meaningless but meaningful first ever annual Spring Training Awards. For our very first meaningful but meaningless, but maybe meaningful, but probably meaningless Spring Training Award, it's going to be Player of Spring Training MVP. Also, most recent MVP award winner, that's World Series award winner, to be clear, that's Corey Seager. He absolutely raked the spring training, carried all that success over he had in the World Series to this year, 2021. He had it over 1,200 OPS. That was second in the league, absolutely mashed. He was tied for the league lead in home runs with 8. Batting average, he wasn't top 10, but batting average, what does it matter? He still hit 346, absolutely incredible. And an 827 slugging percentage puts him second place in the league for that. So Corey Seager, I mean, he's one of the best hitters in the league, of course. It's no surprise that he's going to be your meaningless but also meaningful, but maybe meaningless spring training MVP. I hope he can carry it into the season. I hope he's a future New York Yankee. I'm just saying. There's a possibility. Dodgers fans don't want to hear that, of course, but he's one of the best shortstops out there. He mashes. He plays pretty good defense, so I'm very excited to see what he can do in the regular season. Is he going to carry the success over to the regular season? I would say yes. Let's hope he can do it. Now, for your meaningless but meaningful but probably meaningless team of spring training, we're going to have the America's sweetheart, America's favorite team, league leading attendance, Miami Marlins. They were 14-5 in spring training, played just 19 games, but that does not matter. A 737 winning percentage. Pretty good pace. Hard to keep up in the regular season, especially when most people have them projected to finish 5th place. But are they really bottom feeders? Are they really bottom feeders? Do you believe that? They have lots of young talent. They pitched really well as a team this spring training. Guys like Sandy Alcantara, Trevor Richards, all those guys. Pablo Lopez pitched well. Jazz Chisholm won the second base job out of spring training, so good for him. They've got tons of young guys. They played well in spring training. Doesn't mean anything. Probably not, but maybe. Probably not. Now, for the game of spring training, we have the Yankees versus the Philadelphia Phillies. In this one, it's hard to pick a game of spring training when the games do not mean anything at all. No one's going to care what the final score was. No one's going to care what the outcome was. No one's going to care who won or who lost. But that being said, I went for the most offense scored in one game, and that is why I went with the Yankees versus the Phillies on March 25th of 2021 spring training. Yankees were the away team. Phillies were the home team. 25 total runs were scored in this one. The Phillies beat the Yankees by a score of 13-12. There were 25 total runs in this one with only 24 total hits, 5 home runs. Ball was flying out of the ballpark. Extra base hits were to be had. Errors were to be had. It was just an incredible game. Maybe not for the pitching, but who cares? Like I said, it's spring training. ERA doesn't matter. ERA doesn't matter anyway. Or does it? Or doesn't it? Now, like I said, this game means absolutely nothing, but a lot of runs were scored, so it made it kind of exciting. The Yankees were down the Yankees were down 12-6 going into the bottom of the ninth. And by bottom of the ninth, I mean top of the ninth because I cannot read box scores. So in the top of the ninth, the Yankees managed to score 6 runs. They came all the way back. They tied the game at 12. And then, of course, Nestor Cortez Jr. gave up the walk-off to the Phillies, who won by a score of, like I said, 13-12. 25 total runs, very exciting game. Even if it is in spring training, even if it doesn't matter, ERAs went up, batting averages went up, spring training performances went up for the batters, which is nice. Now, this next award is, of course, Play of the Spring. There's a couple that I could have gone with. This guy had a couple himself that I could have gone with, but I had to go with, as a former infielder myself, not at the major league level, but that doesn't matter, Jose Iglesias. What a spring this guy had. Defensively, especially, made tons of plays. He just made Angels fans absolutely fall in love with him. This play I decided to go with was the one where Kyle Lewis dribbled the ball up, and Jose Iglesias charged the ball, grabbed it, barehanded it, dove, threw Kyle Lewis out while mid-air. Just absolutely incredible athleticism in this play. Not the first time Jose Iglesias has made this play in his career, but every time he does, it's something special. We all know how good Jose Iglesias is. He made Angels fans forget they even had Andrelton Simmons, who some called the greatest defensive shortstop of all time. So let's hope that Jose Iglesias can continue to impress us. Defensive play of the spring. There you go. And last but not least, the what the was that award. In this one, a Sean Murphy foul ball was lined into the stands after Jamie Barria threw a fastball inside. He crushed the pitch into the foul ball, into the stands, like I said. But this one nailed a beer that a fan was holding. The slow motion video is kind of hard to see. The fan was just sitting there about to open a beer. The ball hit the can, sprayed the can everywhere. Fan was soaking wet. Everyone else was soaking wet. But the fan ended up getting a bat out of it. Got a standing ovation from the crowd. And he probably got a free beer too. Unfortunately for him, he was soaked in beer. But I think he takes that trade every day of the week. So guys, that's going to do it for my meaningless, but possibly meaningful, but probably meaningless spring training awards. Very excited for the season to start. Obviously, if you haven't checked out my postseason World Series predictions or my award seasons prediction videos, make sure you guys go check that out as well. Like I said, my socials and the podcast are going to be linked in the description below. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.